To replace the fuel filter, there was just two 10mm bolts, and then you're replacing, you know, reinstalling the hose clamps and the fuel hoses. So that was easy. I ensured this was facing the right direction. It had no indicator arrow on it, but I can see there's a magnet on this side here, and the filter is wet on the other side over there. So, blah, blah, blah. I put a new fuel filter on. I suppose I could have primed this better, but I believe what's going on, because I don't hear a tick or a click when the ignition goes on, is there's a fuel solenoid that is on the carburetor. Somewhat difficult to see. It's one of these wires on the left-hand portion of the screen that's going straight up. Anyway, it's probably point of failure. So in the name of having a running lawnmower, I bought a Chinese carburetor as well. So this type of troubleshooting, air quotes, is problematic if this doesn't fix it. So this is a Chinese carburetor, because I don't know. Two schools of thought. One, probably a better Kohler or Mikuni carburetor on this mower. So I probably should remain using that. But I did get this replacement to see if that solenoid specifically was failing. And I could do an easy swap off all in one day, and not, you know, like maybe I wanted to avoid messing up the idle and mixture screws. That should be okay by themselves. So I didn't want to mess anything else up. Now, if you buy Chinese parts all through the ignition fuel system here, you could also cause new problems, and then you thought you fixed something and you actually made more problems. I've had that happen before on my friend's Ford Taurus. So if you're using off-brand parts, you can actually make your situation a lot worse. But this is a lawnmower. I can pour fuel in the carburetor and it will run. So I know that I have spark. I know the fuel delivery system is the issue. I know it's not the tank. I know it's not the fuel vent. I know it's not the fuel filter or fuel pump, which takes me to the carburetor, either that solenoid or that's just been sitting too long. So sometimes I get lucky if I can pour fuel in from the top and let it pop off a bit, warm the engine up. Not with this one, so whatever. Now what I'll do is take this top cover off, replace the carburetor with Chinesium, and see how that runs. If it starts, I'll save that part, clean it up nicely, and probably swap it back. Because over the long haul, you would think you'd want, you know, as much good parts on your mower as you could. It's got oil, it's got a clean enough air filter for cranking, and I'll probably replace this belt just to be an overachiever. A little rust here on the deck. But yeah, that's where this sits.